Oh, welcome back. We missed you so much. And now can we talk about your credit score?
Sure.
Now, I know this is a very, very interesting topic. We don't exactly go to a bra and say like, hey, what's your credit score? I don't know.
No,
What's
thank
yours?
you.
But we want to actually be honest about it, because the thing is there are some ways for you to improve that score. So that mysterious number, it can actually open the doors, or they can get some doors slammed shut in your
Yep.
face. That's how serious this number is. But we need to talk about it. Many don't realize how much their credit score impacts their financial opportunities, whether you're looking to buy a house or get a car, or even sign up for a phone contract. A good credit score is essential.
It's one of the most important things you can do as a human, as an adult human at that. And today we're going to break down how to improve your credit score and also take control of your financial future. This is the year to do it. No ostriching. What do they call it? The ostrich syndrome?
Yes.
When you bury your head in the sand. We're
Yeah.
not doing that. Notification goes off, you look at it, okay? So we know exactly where we are financially. We're literate. We know we're empowered. And we want to get into this. So I have a question for you. What's the one credit mistake you've made in the past that hurt your score, Carl? If you can think back to anything that might have dropped the score a little bit.
You know, the great thing is that I've always been very aware. I think I've always asked too many questions.
I love that.
Which put me into a good spot in terms of understanding where I'd go. So when I got my credit card for the first time,
Yeah.
there was always someone telling me, right, okay, but use your credit card, but then make sure you manage it correctly. Don't wait until the due date of a repayment. Pay beforehand. Start interacting between your check account and your credit card. That way you can develop this synergy, and the bank's
Right.
saying, hold on, you're using our credit, but you're paying it back very quickly, which
Yep.
means we are more inclined to give you more credit.
They trust you.
And that's the thing. You're building a certain trust within yourself and with your bank. So I think the biggest mistake, but I'm happy that I was warned early,
Right.
is a credit card is not some sort of a nest egg that you can sit on and sort out something right now and then think about it later.
Right.
You've got to be very aware of the ebb and flow of your accounts, especially credit cards. So I think that would be a big mistake.
Sure.
Late payments.
No,
they're gonna look
listen,
at
that's
you in a
like
clear
one of
way.
the number ones. I think for me, when I first got it years ago, I was just fresh out of varsity. I didn't pay attention to the fact that there was even a due
Yeah.
date that you needed to pay back. I was just like, oh, when I can. You know, when the money comes in, I will. And that was a big mistake, to not be educated around what it is like to be a credit card. They gave me, whatever, so many thousands, and I was like, yes, let's spend.
Yeah.
No, it's not your money. It's borrowed money. It's borrowed time. You got to give that money back at a certain point.
Absolutely, that's important though. I've got a question back at you.
Okay.
So if you could give yourself, your younger self,
Uh-huh.
one piece of financial advice, Carissa, what would it be besides getting yourself a bag?
Ooh, yeah, I got mini bags, let me
Okay,
tell
tell
you. Well, yeah, I think hindsight's 2020. And one thing that I would have implemented then is actually having almost like a debit charge with your credit card. So at that time of the month, you don't even have to think about it, but it automatically goes
Yeah.
with your check account into your credit card. I don't know if it was a facility back then, but I know it is
Yes,
one now. So
definitely.
that, you know, it's out of your mind, but you know for sure, come the due date or even days before, that amount of money is not yours, but it's in that credit card, so you don't even have to think about it.
And that's the key over here. But Zanele, in terms of the way you've been interacting with your credit score or the knowledge around it, tell me about your credit score. Has this been something that's been made aware to you, like at a very young age? Is it something that you had to learn the hard way for? What's that journey been like for you?
I think it was something that really was sort of revealed to me earlier on, especially because I remember starting out in like radio and TV and everything. I had to take out a loan to be able to like actually sustain myself, right? One thing I did was take on too much debt. That was something I was not warned against, but something that I was told was, Zanele, you got to make sure that you do have some sort of credit record. Because I remember there were so many friends of mine who were like, no, I don't want any credit. So then now when they want to buy a car, they're like, how do we know you're going to, you know, pay and things like that. With me, they've never, ever denied me. Yes, they want my money, but then I also have a good credit score. So, you know, it worked in my favor in the sense that I was always there paying back. And just like Carissa said, for me, from day one, it was something that went off of my account every single month at the same time. So it really was like, she's a good credit payer backer. So therefore, you know, I do feel like there are certain things that helped me out. And it really is something I learned about in the beginning, which I'm very grateful for.
I love that. A great credit payer
Yes.
backer. That's official.
It
I
is.
love that title.
It's a name
Yes.
now. It officially has been a name. But that's the thing, and I just hope you know that there are there's
Yeah.
such thing as good debt and bad debt.
Right.
But the way you manage it is
Yeah.
really the way that counts. We actually asked you, has your credit score ever impacted a major life decision? And I wanted to go through some of the results of those social comments that have come through. Let's take a look at a few of them. In fact, Shane Tanya Khalan saying, been the hardest 2 years of my life. After being on maternity, my credit score took a big knock, and now when I need to make big decisions in life, I can't because my credit is still recovering.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And there's not
Thank
enough
you, my
support for
baby.
people that, are going through maternity leave. And then we have Terry, aka Samira Nickerson. Between myself and my husband, I have a better credit score. And with that, we took the risk of resigning from his job and starting his own business. Wow. Without my good credit score, we would not have been able to get the extra financial assistance needed. Taking the risk has been scary and somewhat stressful at times, but the hard work and dedication will all pay off in the end. Can I tell you, sacrifice will always get rewarded. Always.
And that's the thing. So, as long as you have someone to hold your hand with regard to this
Absolutely.
particular journey, because it can be really daunting as well, but it's something to be aware of when you are interacting. Ensure that you are asking the questions.
Yep.
If you are going to
Importantly.
go into a journey of creating some sort of a debt, make sure it is
Good
functional debt that is going to give you what Zanele said is a track record
Yes.
for any bank or financial institution to say to you, it's okay, we can give something to you, which is valuable as well. So hopefully this conversation has really lifted the lid on credit scores for you and how it can impact your life.
Absolutely. I'm going to go impact your life because I'm going to prepare
Why?
you something
Where are you
delicious.
going? Are you going to go?
I'll miss you. Bye.
Okay, fine. Anyway, some more information, just visit absa.co.za. Check your credit score and, of course, get a financial scenario that is suited to you. Make sure you can afford repayments, but at the same time, don't be too stuck in this rut of understanding all of these things all at once. That is why you have a financial advisor that'll be there with you, and Absa is where you can find them. For now, I think it's important for us to head into the kitchen on your Feel Good Breakfast Show because I'm ready for a bag, and out of that bag, a recipe. And that recipe, apple roses.